Hey, I want to put this video out here to discuss a dream that I had last night. So, I had a very long and vivid dream. For some reason, I was in the house and there was this other person, and everyone else, almost everyone, most people worldwide were in calamity or deceased, or something was going on. And I was trying to figure out who was alive and who wasn't, what's going on, and I don't know. I found this girl and this other guy, some guy, and we had apparently we were all chosen, and we were hunkering down in this house, and for some reason she had this gift, and I did too, and we were chosen to be together. So we somehow or other had caused the electricity to remain working. There was energy still at this house, and but we couldn't be seen. That was weird. But I was listening to random TV broadcasts, and if there was anyone able to watch these TV broadcasts, they were sending messages out that there were various. They were trying to put out messages, keeping people calm, supposedly. But they said, we think we can get these fires contained, but it's not certain. It's going to take a long time. But there were fires everywhere. I mean, there were fires going on all across the country. And you could see them on the TV. And they were spreading through the Midwest and Texas and going up through a lot of places. They were going up through many places throughout the United States. The fires had started up and they couldn't stop them. And they finally admitted it was DEW. But they called it a slightly different thing. Direct energy weapons. And if you noticed a few days ago, they had just announced that there is such a thing. And I saw Rush, I'll call them, the country, the bear. I think they had officially threatened, I guess, nuclear war or something. It was like World War III scenario. And I saw on the news, somehow or other I was able to still get the news, but it was like we had there was something to do with that girl and myself and this other guy. There was this energy that remained, and then suddenly there were these bullets that went into the house, and they were shooting. They shot the door down, and these guards went in there, but they couldn't see us because somehow or other it's almost like we were not able to be seen. And somehow or other, it's like we had these superhuman abilities in the dream. It was very weird, very interesting, but it was like a movie, almost like a superhero movie, but an apocalyptic movie as well. But so many places across the United States were burning. I mean, it was just like all out chaos. And there were earthquakes happening everywhere. I did see that. Reports of earthquakes had been, and I saw these different things. It was like flashing back and forth, where there were reports of earthquakes everywhere. And maybe the dream was a sign that there's about to be conflict, and there's about to be more earthquakes taking place everywhere, and maybe there's going to be more fires. I don't know. But I know that for some reason that dream was so vivid. But I still kept faith and I still stayed strong. I thought there was even a false god in the sky. That was another thing I saw in the dream. There was some kind of a deity in the sky, and people were wondering, had Jesus returned, or had the Lord returned, but it was not what people thought. And there were people flocking to this scene, and there was like, but I didn't fall for it. I wasn't falling for that. And it was really so detailed and so vivid, but yet so chaotic. But I saw various warnings would come across devices where you get this national alert, and but then you would turn on the news later and it's like nothing was going on. But for some reason, I was living in this place with this girl, this other guy there, and we were friends, and And it was like we had these abilities to not be harmed. We couldn't be harmed, and there was a force field around us. And she emitted a force field, and as long as we were together, it was we were okay. And we were trying to find other people, and we noticed that there were other young people as well that were like we are, and that they were not harmed. They were wondering why that they couldn't be seen. Why couldn't we be seen in this chaos? It seemed like the guards, and they said it's all clear, but yet we could make things move, and they wondered how things were moving, but they didn't see us. And they said, never mind, false alarm. Something moved, but no one's here. They didn't see us. It's like we were invisible. But I saw all this chaos happening. It's like we were protected from the chaos, but we were supposed to do something about it as well. We were supposed to be something. And then there's something about bringing the message of the Lord. Getting the message of God out there. Getting the message of the Lord out there. Of Christ. But we were going from place to place, and it was really strange. But I saw on video so many places that looked like this, just an inferno across the West, the Midwest, and various places. It's almost like direct energy weapons had just blasted many areas of the United States. Fires had started spreading everywhere, and it was chaos, but yet we were unaffected by it. But we were wondering how and what we're going to do. But we just managed, and we were trying to figure things out. There were these guards everywhere that looked like SWAT members, like a SWAT team, and they were searching for anyone they could that was alive. And if whoever lived at these certain residences was not on their good list, they just shot the place up. And then they went and looked inside to see if anyone was there. And I was like, get down. And then I made the people get down, but yet I found out we couldn't be harmed. It was very strange. But I vividly saw fires and earthquakes and direct energy weapons. And it was just chaos that spread across the United States. Anyway, maybe it was just a dream. Maybe it was just that, but it was very vivid. It was just so vivid. And then I was like an ascension. There was like, we were unharmed by all this stuff, but then it was like an ascension situation. Myself and those other two individuals, we could just float and fly, do all kinds of weird, seemingly impossible things. And we were unharmed, but it's like we were in this realm, but we were not. It's really weird. It's very strange. But the dream of the fires and earthquakes really got me thinking. Anyway, that's all for this video. Has anyone else had any strange, vivid dreams lately? There were also some volcanic eruptions. I saw smoke in the dream as well. That's another thing. Alright, that's all for this documentation.